Hello and welcome to today's Capping Corner. We are going to talk about the Preakness Stakes on Saturday. It's the second leg of the Triple Crown, and the favorite is going to be Medina Spirit. Now, there's a lot of controversy over Medina Spirit, but he is going to run. He is the favorite at 9-5, and Bob Baffert, of course, trains him. He won the Kentucky Derby. Is the value on Medina Spirit too low for you to pick him on top?
After all the controversy, I think he will be the favorite, but not the heavy favorite like 1-2 or 3-5. He's going to be 8-5 or 9-5 like the morning line.
Yeah, fair enough. I think that Concertor won't be too far behind. I still like Medina Spirit. I still think he's the best horse in the race based on speed figures. What do you think? Who's going to be first early, Concert Tour or Medina Spirit?
After watching the draw, I think Medina Spirit is going to take the lead because he draw inside and I think he will be sent. But Concert Tour has more early speed in the break. He has more natural speed than Medina Spirit. But I can't expect a pace duel between the both buffered horses. That will not happen. Yeah, I think I see Medina Spirit on the lead and Concert Tour second, probably one length behind Medina Spirit.
But from what I understand, you can't pick Medina Spirit. Why?
I just think the pace in the Kentucky Derby wasn't that really fast. He didn't have a pressure like he probably could have this time, especially with Midnight Bourbon. Midnight Bourbon is a horse with some speed, and I really think Ira Ortiz is going to press the pace with this horse. In the Kentucky Derby, he ran a bit far behind in the middle of the pack, but I can forgive him because it was a 19 horse field and he was bumped early at the start. Now with a 10 horse field, this is a different race. It's a real race. At 20 horse field, anything can happen.
Okay, let's talk about Midnight Bourbon some more. I think he's got good tactical speed. He was second to Hot Rod Charlie. He was third in the Risen Star. He won the Lecomte. And if the top two get tired, if Concert Tour and Medina Spirit somehow get in a speed duel, which they probably won't, Midnight Bourbon could win. So if I do a Black Eyed Susan and Preakness double, I'm going to use Midnight Bourbon in my ticket.
And being by this now, probably he has some proof for improve. So because the this now horses improve with age and with racing.
Right, and of course, Tisnow himself won the Breeders' Cup Classic twice in his career, so the longer the better, I think. Let's talk about Concert Tour on the outside. He's the other Baffert entry, and he's 5-2 on the morning line. I don't like this horse a lot. I think he had a good trip in the Arkansas Derby pressing Caddo River, and he couldn't do it. He couldn't get it done. He faded to third. He did win the Rebel Stakes. It wasn't that fast of a race. He won the San Vicente Stakes. Mike Smith is on him, so I think Mike Smith will be aggressive with him, but he can't be too aggressive, like we said. What do you think of Concert Tour?
Well, Concert Tour is a horse that I think is a Nick the League type. I remember he had a hard time to beat Freedom Fighter in the San Vicente Stakes when he stopped the pace. Then he won Gate to Wire, the Rebel. Although he won easily, the speed figures weren't too high. And then the Arkansas Derby, he stopped the pace, and then he wasn't able to pass Caddo River. In the stretch, I thought he would easily pass him, but he never couldn't. And also, the Arkansas Derby result in a weak group. That was a really weak race. You see, Super Stock was no threat in the Derby, and I don't think that group wasn't really strong.
Right. So I'm not going to use Concert Tour at all. If he somehow wins the Preakness, then I lose.
And also the distance, I think he has some distance limitations, and it's a bit far for him.
Okay, let's talk about Ron Bauer, who was third in the Bluegrass Stakes. And I don't know, I might have been kind of disappointed too because he actually had a good position. He was third early, and he was only like a length or two off of essential quality and highly motivated. And he just could not keep up with them in the stretch run. But if you're playing a trifecta in this race, you could use him. And I suppose if the pace does collapse, only if the pace collapses, he could win. What do you think of Ron Bauer?
This is a horse that needs pace, and the Bluegrass State was a weird race because there was like a matchup, and he was forced to follow those horses. I think this horse needs some really sound pace to make a move in the stretch, and I don't know if he can win the race, but I think he can hit the trifecta.
Fair enough. Again, I might include him in my Black Eyed Susan Preakness double, but I'm still thinking about it. It won't be for a lot of money. Let's talk about Unbridled Honor. Unbridled Honor finished second in the Lexington Stakes on the slop behind King Fury. He was fourth in the Tampa Bay Derby. Why do you like him?
Well, yes, in the Lexington Stakes, the the front runners had a really hard pace duel, and everybody faded, and King Fury and him took advantage. However, after that race, everybody talked of King Fury, and he was a kind of wise guy in the Kentucky Derby. Sadly, he got sick, he had a fever and was scratched, so we never know, but he was working very well. I'm talking about King Fury.
Right.
But Albert Honor ran really great that race. He was running in the back of the pack and made a big move. I know that race was on the slop, but I think this is a good horse, and with if the pace collapse, I think this horse is live. Not sure to win, but he will be in the trifecta or superfecta.
Anyways, my top three horses are going to be Medina Spirit and Midnight Bourbon and maybe Ron Bauer. I'm not sure, but definitely Medina Spirit and Midnight Bourbon are the two big win candidates. How about you? What are your top three horses?
My top pick is Midnight Bourbon. I think this is the race for him to win. My second choice is Medina Spirit. This is a horse that if he doesn't win, I think he will be fighting for the win. I can see him off the board. And my third choice is Ron Bauer. If I play a trifecta, I could add Unbridled Honor.
Okay, fair enough. That's our analysis of the Preakness Stakes. I hope you do well in your bets this weekend. We'll talk about which race to discuss next. We'll see.
Okay, we'll see. See you next week.
Or in 2 weeks. We'll see.
Yeah.